Hey, Brick Baron is back, man, and I have a really interesting set here. It was requested by a viewer a couple times. He's pretty persistent, and that is the Phantom Star Wars Rebels. This was released back in January 2017. It's been out for about 6 months now. Retail of $30. Now, some context: the Star Wars Rebels is a cartoon on the Cartoon Network, I believe. But the interesting story with it is that it uses a lot of Ralph McQuarrie's original artwork as its inspiration for the visuals. If you don't know who Ralph McQuarrie is, I will tell you he is the concept artist for the original Star Wars back in the mid 70s and also into the early 80s. He was the guy that just designed and painted and sketched all these great characters and settings for George Lucas's his movies. Without Ralph McQuarrie, honestly, guys, I'm not sure Star Wars ever gets made. So, moving forward, we have the Phantom. Interestingly enough, this set was also released in 2014, so we're going to get a chance to kind of compare, this set also being re-released 2 years after it retires. So we had an original price of $25 on this set and a current value of $42 and a parts value of $29. It's pretty good, very solid numbers. And what that all means is that this set is currently reselling at plus 30% of its parts value. Those are really healthy numbers for just a small set. What about the current Phantom? Now, it's interesting as we go forward. Now, when I first started looking at this, I assumed that the current Phantom release would hurt the value of the previous Phantom, and the two would sort of hurt each other. That's not the case. We have three minifigures. Now, in the new Phantom, we have Admiral Thrawn thrown in, and he is a nice draw. He's currently reselling at $12.50 right now, so when you really get to it, he's over a third of the price value-wise in the set. So what we have now is a parts value on the current Phantom of $56, and it's a really good spread considering retail price of $30. 2 years out after retirement, the set still projects to do very well based on the previous Phantom. We're having a $72 price point 2 years out. I think that's a little bit high, and I'm going to explain in a second when I show you the 8-year projection on this. So the 8-year projection, it goes down to $62. What affected that was the value of the parts projected to be only 49 8 years out. Here's what's happening. You have to understand, when I project parts values out 8 years out, I'm using the velocity of the parts increase in the previous set that I compare it to. The previous set in 2014, first of all, has only had about 2 years after retirement to grow, and also did not have an Admiral Thrawn in it to help drive the price. And those factors are contributing to what this is. So I think when I look at this math and I sort of analyze it in my head, I think I'm comfortable as a reseller thinking that this set is probably going to resell around $60 2 years after it retires, and I think it can grow to 70, 72 8 years out. So that just kind of explains what the anomaly was here, and it was interesting because the bottom line here is the bigger picture to focus on is that in this case, a re-release of a set did not really hurt the value of the original set. In other words, both sets are thriving, and it seems contradictory because it seems like they should be opposed to each other, like they should be canceling one another out, but that so far has not been the case. Very interesting. So we'll make a note of that for the future. That's the Brick Baron, guys. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like the content, and I will talk to you later. Bye.